Sarmiento, and today is Thursday, November the 19th. Okay, first of all, you see my option buying power is less than $2,000. And that means that any new trades that I may have had for today will have to be postponed, okay? However, you will be surprised how much cash we can get out of our rollovers and things. So let's see how much. If we get to 10% of our account, we can add one more trade, right? At 10% will be 9,200, and I have only close to $2,000, $1,800. Okay, let's go start one by one. I have my watch list here, my current account, and here are all my positions. And I'm just by clicking symbol, let's organize them alphabetically so that we don't miss anything. Let's go Apple. Okay, Apple, I just had a 125 call, and that is expiring tomorrow. And this was a lottery ticket to begin with, but miracles can happen. The stock may close tomorrow at 126, and then you end up with 100 shares of Apple. So we'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But Monday, we may end up with 100 shares, which I would then sell probably. Okay, let's move on. There's nothing to do here. Okay, ATVI. In this case, here is where we are. The stock is dropped a lot of value. And you can see that we have 3 puts long, 8 calls long, and 4 short calls. So that's a seagull. Okay, that is in balance. We have 3 outstanding puts, 4 outstanding calls. Okay, so in order to neutralize, my deltas here is almost 100, 97. If you look at the chart, well, it did go pretty much lower, but it could still go lower here. So what I'm going to do is simply neutralize my deltas, and by selling December puts, I sort of evened out things a little bit. And here we go. Then it's very close to neutrality, but still negative. Okay, that's the trick. So that means I'm taking some money off the table, but I'm still leaving it leaving open the probability that what if the stock goes open tomorrow at 68? Well, then volatility would increase and the puts would appreciate, and so that's not bad, nothing bad about it. So let's do that. Confirm and send is simply collecting that December 85 put premium. Let's leave it open for now. Let's go to activity and positions, and you can see that the mark, the order as if it was filled, would be above my asking price. So the fact that it's not filling tells me that it's not liquid. This particular option is not liquid enough. If I were to replace it, you see that 875 to 890. So I'm at the natural price, so it should get filled. It may be taking a little longer here because this is not a real account, but in real life it might get filled immediately. Let's move on to BABA. Analyze. And in this case, here's what it looks like. It's at 25. And BABA has been going down until now. So yeah, that looks like a good chance, good opportunity to change things just a bit. And to do that, I am selling one of my outstanding put at 290, but I'm still buying the lower strike price and get $2,000, $2,350, $2,235 out of it. Yeah, let's confirm and send. So that's the way to reduce the And when I do that, you can see that now my deltas are slightly positive. And now look at my buying power is now 4,000. So I'm getting closer, aren't I? Closer to the 9,000. So I could add one more. Still, if I try to enter a trade now, it's going to tell me, no, you can't do that. You are using overnight proceeds in order to enter a new trade. So the new trade will have to come tomorrow. Let's move on to CMCSI. That's Comcast. Okay, so we have December. The shorts are December, so there's no need to roll them over. And I think it looks great. The volatility is close to 100. Unless the current price went above the smiley face, sort of if it was here, I have no need to change it right now. Okay, but if it had moved to 52 or more, 51 or more, then I would be changing my trade by selling some calls. Okay, and now I have 10 outstanding calls, so there's plenty of room for me to do that. Let's take a look at the chart. Yeah, chances are it could move even higher. When stocks have the kind of momentum that you see here, they tend to go higher, even if they pull back temporarily. Okay, let's move on to DGX. That's Quest Diagnostics. It's pretty much steady here. Let's analyze. Okay, and we have, it's at 122, so I don't need to change anything in this one either. Let's go to DHR. Same thing here. No need to change. I see the deltas are slightly positive. I like that. It's close to neutrality, but still positive. December 18th is the expiration, so there is plenty of time for that. Let's go to the chart. I'm thinking that it's going to bounce from the Ichimoku cloud. The reason being is we're down here at the lowest possible stochastic, so it's a little overextended to the downside, and yet we have the Ichimoku cloud. And so what you tend to happen here is a little bounce. It could form a double top, or it could break out to new highs. So at this time, I don't need to change anything. Let's move on to Facebook. This looks very neutral. It could be making a diagonal here. A, B, C, D, E, and then move on. So it's making time essentially. They reported earnings recently. They beat expectations, but even still, the stock didn't move much. It went up close to the previous high. Let's take a look. Here we have December is the expiration, so no need to change anything. I'm perfectly happy with that. If the stock breaks out to new highs, yeah, that'll be good. But it's very close to neutrality, 23%. I want it a little positive always, so that looks fine. Home Depot, November 27. When does this expire? 8 days from now. So we could roll this over. Let's take a look at the risk graph. Let's go to the chart. It reported earnings. Nothing happened really. No big moves in either direction. A little bit of a drop, I guess. And now it's below the Ichimoku cloud, so a continuation down is quite possible. Okay, let's go to the Analyze tab. I want to see how much money we have made on Home Depot. So I go to the account statement, look for Home Depot here. Here it is. So I can say for the year, I have lost $269. It's not that big a deal. Okay, so if you want to see if we have had other positions, go back, let's say 70 days. And that will show me I started my trade. Let's switch this. It's a lot of expiration. So we want to really show not the order history, but the trade history. And I have, this is the original trade, a rollover that would have given me credit, and another rollover that I did 2 parts on it. So if you want to see, have we made any money with this trade, because my chart here is misleading. Essentially, it says I have a loss of $800, $864. That might not necessarily be the truth. So let's copy all of these things, and then we can see what we have done with that. So all you have to do is right click on each trade and say analyze trade. Same with the second one here and the last 2. Okay, this is the truth. And we hide the position. Okay, so we do have $281 loser here. Okay, let's look at the chart. The volatility is really low. What if the volatility was to spike from here on? So I'm going to leave it alone. And then perhaps when I get closer to the expiration, I'm just thinking that 8 days to expiration, we could close this and call it a loser, but a small loser. Okay, and that will give us capital for other trades. And we're closing November 27. We're buying back those. And we are selling January 21st. So we are buying 2, selling 1. You need to say custom because it's not a double diagonal here. Okay? If I hide, then you see my loss is $284. And I don't feel bad about that at all. Confirm and send. And that will close my trade. If you want, you can just delete everything and say analyze trade, and that will show a solid line, and that will be the closing the trade. Okay, that's how you verify that you enter the right position, the right trade to close the position. Let's go to Logi. December 18th, that's fine. Plenty of time to the next expiration. Low. Let's take a look at a chart. I think it was still going down. They reported earnings. And what I can do here is roll down. You see we're at 150. It's above my or below my smiley face, so we can roll down the puts. Analyze rolling. Okay. And instead of 165, first of all, we're going to do 2 because those are the outstanding. We have 2 long and 4 long and 2 shorts. That makes 2 long puts outstanding. So we are going to change this to 150, keeping the same expiration. And that's a roll down, essentially. And we have a negative of 53. It goes positive. Confirm and send. All right. Not filled yet. We're going to go at the end through them all. Nike, 18th of December. We can leave that alone. Qualcomm, 11th of December, leave that alone. TJT, that looks great. Okay, Take a look at the chart, making new highs. I want to take some profits here. How do I do that? I roll up my outstanding calls. Okay, look at what I did. This I was trying this out earlier, and you can see that I'm selling 3 145 calls, and I'm buying same expiration 275 as a higher strike price, but only buying 2. Okay, and that gives me $7,130. Okay, so that's a way to neutralize my deltas. If I did 3, if I bought 3, then it would be much more stronger. I want to do 2. I want to take a little money off the table, and it's still delta positive, not as strong as before. So that's the way to take a little profit off the table. Then T-MUS, that's T-Mobile, also making new highs there. That was the target, so that means we have now $10,000, don't we? $11,000. That means tomorrow morning I could enter a new trade if I wanted to. I don't know if I want to. I will think about it, see if there is anything that I want to trade, and perhaps I make another video tomorrow. UPS, let's T-MUS first. December the 11th, no need to change anything. And UPS, December 11th, no need to change anything. Great. So let's see the pending trades here. Home Depot is a little too high, so I'm going to lower my bid here. Cancel, replace. And I keep lowering until it gets filled. Low, that's 982 versus 985. We can go a few points down. 78 will be fine. And I'm giving a few dollars up, a few dollars here and there to make sure that it gets filled, and it did. ATVI, still. Let's lower the Home Depot still. Just give up a few dollars here and there. It's not going to break my budget to do that. And look, now we have $13,000. And with that, I have 16, so I could actually almost enter 2 trades, couldn't I? But it's not going to allow me to do that, so I would have to wait until tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to let that be. If you guys feel great, if not, well, it didn't. And so that's all for today. And yeah, I'm going to try to make sure that it gets filled. That's all for today. Thank you very much for joining me, and see you next time. Bye-bye.
Please be sure to subscribe to this channel by clicking on the subscribe button below. Once you have done that, be sure to also click on the bell so you get a notification of future videos coming up in this channel. Be sure also to click like if you enjoyed this video, and feel free to share it with your friends and family. Thank you very much.